So Mick, welcome to the Monaco World Sport Legends Award, the Oscars of sport, and you will be this year crowned as a sporting legend. What is your feeling in relation to this?
Well, legend means I'm getting older, which I am.
No, you're still very, very young and full of energy.
Well, full of energy. I don't know about young, but no, look, I'm very humbled. I'm surprised and thankful all in the same time. So I appreciate that you're giving me this award, and
it's an honor for us.
And look forward to doing it justice. I hope.
You know that the award is given not only for the sporting exploit, but as well for the values and the message that the person is able to give to the world in general, and especially to the young generation. So you have to bring that message. You are.
Well, I try and do as much as I can with the positive influence outside of motor racing, and I haven't been involved with motor racing. I'm really not involved that much any longer, other than with the Australian Grand Prix Corporation. So we promote the Formula One and the MotoGP in Australia. But other than that,
so you are still working on the circuits.
A little bit, but that's it.
And how this passion for the MotoGP is born?
How was the passion? For when I was very small, I guess, riding dirt bikes around, the Australian countryside, and then I started racing, and then things just became crazy. Just started racing and competing every weekend, essentially, on motocross and dirt track, and then
little by little,
and then into Japan, and then I was here into Europe racing with MotoGP in 1989, or 500cc it was called then.
And you have been 5 times world champion, so a great result.
I got lucky for 5 years,
How could you achieve that result?
Look, thankfully I had some good team behind me. Honda was a great supporter. All my individual team members played a big role. And just pushing development and just working and continually trying to better myself and continue to grow the team to get the results. So, there was a few years there that I almost won the championship, and injuries or other problems denied us that.
The life of a champion is made by wonderful moments, but as well of bad moments and injuries, and you had a bad one, I know, in your career.
I had a couple, actually. I didn't crash often, but when I did, I did it properly. And in '92 I had a bad accident in Holland, and I nearly lost my right leg. So I had been leading the World Championship in that year by quite a large margin over an American, Wayne Rainey, but I ended up finishing second, which wasn't a bad thing because I probably would have stopped had I won it. And '93 was to recover and recoup from that injury, and then '94, 5, 6, 7, 8 I won again, and then had a bad accident in Spain.
You broke the leg and the arm.
In Spain in '99. So, and then that was the end. I tried some medical procedure that didn't really work. They hadn't really. It was a bit of an experiment. I was in the US and tried a substance in the bone to try and make it heal quicker, and in fact it didn't work.
It didn't work.
So then I decided to retire because it was going to recover from that was longer than the initial break recovery. So it was just.
But this is part of the risk. In a career.
This is part of life, not only racing. So so it was just I could have stayed and kept going. I decided, I've had a great career. I've won five titles, and was more than I ever thought I'd do. So I might as well retire while I can,
And now, how do you spend your days? In what project are you involved?
Investment is my main business. Is my main business these days, and aviation. So I have a large aviation company, and involved with aircraft management and aircraft sales. And
so you're a businessman now.
Well, some might differ. Beg to differ. But so I've been doing this for a long while. So since I've retired from sport or competition. I moved into a bit of a managerial role with Honda, and then it's evolved from there. So now, yeah, I'm fairly busy. I'm busier now, in fact, than when I was competing, for sure. You know, when you're competing, everything is...
You're focused only on one...
You're focused only on that, but equally you've got a schedule. So you almost know where you're going to be and what's ahead of you, whereas, you know, in the life I'm leading now, you know, things change. I've just been to Australia for 3 days, you know, and then come back. So.
Yeah, so it's up and down,
that's
you can
right.
say.
I mean, I'm in a plane a lot. You know, I'm involved with aviation. I'm always on planes, you know. So
exactly. So you found a new world, you know, the air instead of the earth.
That's right. You know, I honestly, I think I must spend a few months a year in the air, you know.
Now, and in your opinion, what are the qualities that a person needs to have to become a champion?
Look, I think it's the same qualities you need in life to become a champion in life.
I agree. I agree totally.
You know, it's the same. It's commitment to something. It's a focus and dedication. Really, there's nothing more, and being true to yourself and not giving up. Really, it's not rocket science. You know, there's 5 ingredients I believe that make the difference on any project you're working on, or whether it be sport or business or
I think there are no secrets, in fact.
Well, it's not. It's just whether you want to commit to them, and that's the thing. I think you know, I think the big champions in any category, any sport or in other parts of life, I think if you try and break them down, the same ingredients are there. You know, it's just the way they work. Whereas a lot of people will try and cut corners, and cutting corners works once or twice, you know, but it'll come back to catch you.
And which is the message you would like to say to a young pilot that starts in the motor racing?
Look, you know, for me it has to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, I think especially for a young guy, because the sport in all disciplines is getting younger and younger. So first you need to have the passion.
Yeah, the passion.
You know, and
it's at the base of everything.
The passion, and then just not giving up. Exactly. You know, so I think that a lot of it's now led too much just for the result. Whereas if you have the passion and the work ethic, you'll get the result. You know.
Exactly. You have to stay on the objective.
It's not easy, but it's
it is not easy. But you are a champion, so you know how to do that. And tomorrow you will be recognized as a sporting star on the stage of the Oscar of Sport in Monaco. And thank you to be here with us. We are really honored.
No, it's a pleasure, and I'm humbled and excited for tomorrow.
So see you on the red carpet.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.